You're watching Space TV, the only platform for sustainability projects, architecture, construction, and engineering. Watch Space TV from Vegas Media.
Of cargo power, and why we went for this route to manufacture solar trough glass, that is tempered mirror, because internationally the price was so high that our project was going totally unviable. This morning I was talking to you guys that the project has to be made profitable. It doesn't come in your plate directly that it is a profitable project. You have to do it. You have to do all the promoters and combinations, whatever it may be, and whatever it costs you. If your financial model, you can make a good financial model, then yes, you are successful. And that is why we decided that we must produce those mirrors in-house. And that is why we invested 125 crores of rupees to set up this plant. And now I tell you that from first week of July, we will be producing in-house the same RP3 truck mirrors what you buy from other part of the other
I'm
companies.
sure you will not put up this plant only for your industry.
Of course not. Our total requirement to meet the investment per year is about 100 megawatt supply. But we will be doing it more than 250 megawatt at this stage. And slowly we'll increase the capacity. Also we'll have the export market. And of course we will be consuming total 65 megawatt equivalent project we have. So we will use our own RP3 mirror and tempered mirror.
How do you really assess the need of the mirror that you are manufacturing? Vis-a-vis the mirrors available in the country or imported in the country. How do you feel that?
No. This RP3 mirrors, these tempered mirrors are not available in this country. You have to import from outside. And now I will tell you one very interesting thing which I would like to say a little bit more. Now our project was not able to afford this cost, that RP3 mirrors, that is tempered mirror, because tempered mirrors are very strong and the breakage is almost nil. So you don't require to replace it. But NL mirrors are having some percentage of breakage. So, but they are cheaper. So our financial model was only able to absorb NL mirrors. And that is why we were very frustrated. And then we decided, no, let's do it ourselves. And now our RP3 mirror is costing less than NL mirrors. So look, we have better products, mirror, better means we were not able to afford it, but now we can afford it.
No, that's you that you can afford it. But the question is, how do you compare?
It is afford.
Listen. I'm just asking you, how does the other industry, there are other players also who are going to use your mirrors. What is the advantage to them in terms of price, in terms of technology, in terms of availability?
Of course, we will give better pricing, no doubt about this. And that will be internationally, if you can see that we will have at least 25% cheaper than international, same RP3 tempered mirror. And we will also have export market now.
Any questions? Yes? Yes, please. There is a question.
We were just wanted to ask you for this mirrors. Have you done this sand spray test also, which sustains that?
Can you repeat the test, please?
Sand spray.
Yes, all the tests will be done according to international standards. There's no doubt about this because we have to export it back to all developed countries, and without that approvals, we cannot do it.
So you appreciate that because in the side, once it's covered, your transfer surface reduces to a great extent.
Yes, it is. It is. So proper cleaning is required, and that is why we are tying up with a company called Latiu from Spain, and they have got the proper cleaning system, and that gives you, if you have 100 loops, then you can have one system which cleans automatically, and it can give you 94% reflective index of your mirror, and that is the best you can expect today.
But during the cleaning time, you lose some space. So you have to have additional mirrors.
Pardon?
During the cleaning time,
Yeah.
your transfer will go down, the heat transfer.
It will be done during night.
Okay, now let me request Mr. Wen that we will make a small introduction of the whole activity that you are up to, and then let the audience ask you questions.
Okay, so my name is Gary Veen, and I'm working for the Bouillon Group. We have started several years ago, this is now 4 years ago, in China, a production unit for vacuum tubes. We have been testing these tubes for the past 3 years in all the renowned testing facilities across the US and Europe with very good results. And we are gearing up our production capacity in Wending, in Shandong province in China, from 50,000 pieces where it is today to 100,000 pieces of vacuum tubes where it will be at the end of this year. As a matter of fact, this is our second startup that we do. The other experience that we have in vacuum tubes was a turnaround when me and my brother acquired Loose, that is very well known to most of you, I guess, when it filed for bankruptcy in the United States in the 90s. It was me and my brother who acquired Loose, who started Solel, and who ran that operation for a period of 4 or 5 years. That was a production facility in Israel. At that time it was at the Harvard School, which is a science campus in Jerusalem. And after we sold it to an investment company, we continued our business in low thermal solar, and from there we started now 4 or 5 years ago production of vacuum tubes, high thermal vacuum tubes that are being used. We have a small booth here, so for those who want to see it, we can show something more.
So what are your ideas about indigenization of this particular component in India?
Well, I think from a business perspective, what you want to see is some horizon. The investments that are involved with this production are important. And what you want to hope for is that this investment will regain itself at least partially on the local market. So what we are looking for in the first place is a stable growth in a local market. And as soon as we can detect that, I think we are open to go and to start production in a local place. On the other hand, I think that there is no good reason, if there is a stable local market, there is no good reason why we should not produce it in India.
Where is the trigger? And now that we are talking in terms of 3 gigawatts of this power, this announcement could come in a period of 2 to 3 months. So what is that figure or that target or that market size which triggers the whole concept of indigenization? Is there something of that kind, or you as in your boards, how do you decide this, that this is the time to go to the local market?
I can only talk for myself and not for the other people on the table here. But as far as we are concerned, for us it is at least as important to see a stable development than to see a large development. I mean, I'm very impressed by the figures that I've heard this morning, and I'm very encouraged. But the most important thing for any business person that makes an investment, and I'm sure that people here will endorse me on that, is to see stable development over some years. For that respect, I would even dare to say, be it a little bit less, but be it over a guaranteed period of 10 years.
I can see how Jerome is also kind of nodding away there, so I'd like to know your opinion on it, and then once we have that, we can go to the other side of the table, the ones, the Indian companies, perhaps.
Yes, well, thank you. I fully agree with that, especially the continuity in the market will be very important. You speak about quite some big investments, or you need to have a return on investment. But for each case, it's different. But especially the Indian case for us, it's important to see that we see a stable market, and it's not only the numbers that I mentioned this morning, which are indeed very encouraging, but also, for example, seeing companies who are active in the first phase completing their project successfully, which will also be an encouragement again for investors and for banks and for the government to continue. It will also be them returning in the next phase with the bidding to see that they are continuous interest, maybe even go outside of the Indian market and invest also there in CSP, but also seeing larger groups who have already an extensive experience abroad, that they also come to the Indian market and get a place there. That combination of factors, I think, is a very good signal of continuity for the future.
Good. Let's hear from the Lorry group. Maybe tell us something about